So as we all know, Fortnite Season 8 is coming to an end, and with the epitome of this being this new Fortnite Cube dig site event that is coming up, which is going to be leading over into Season 9. So I decided, let's take a step back in memory lane and look over at all of the past Fortnite live events and rank them from worst to best. What's going on, guys? My name is Donnie D, and we're back with another Fortnite video. And as I just said, we're going to be going over all of the Fortnite live events and ranking them, in my personal opinion, from worst to best. With that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to drop a like, and if you're new here to the channel, subscribe. We're getting super close to 200 subscribers, and I really want to do a V-Buck giveaway at 200 subscribers. With that being said, I don't want to talk too much. Let's get right into it with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the Rift Cube landing event, is what I like to call it. If you guys weren't familiar with what this was, it basically was around Season 5 and nothing was really happening. Usually there's a couple live events, but around this time, nothing was really happening, and there was a rift in the sky that appeared near the end of Season 5, and it gradually grew bigger and bigger day by day, and everyone was super confused, and it was like, okay, what's happening? What is going on? And it led to this. Out of nowhere, I remember when this happened. I wasn't on at the time, but I saw tons of clips of it on Twitter and etc. This cube, as we all know, Kevin the Cube, landed, and everyone was like, whoa. Now, just because I'm ranking this last does not mean I don't like it. I think this is a cool event, but I'm just ranking this in my personal opinion, because in my opinion, all of these were good, but this was, in my opinion, the worst one. But I mean, this event was just very confusing. Came out of, I guess you could say, nowhere, because the rift in the sky, there was a couple theories about it, but a cube was the last thing, and all of this was just like, okay, like, I'm just super confused. Like I said, overall, this was confusing. This was the beginning of which led to 2 other events, though, which I'm going to get into later in the video. But that is going to be all for number 5, you guys. Again, this is kind of called like the Rift Cube landing event is what I like to call it, but you guys can call it anything you want. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember this. But let's go on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have the Comet event. Not the one that started shooting from the sky and looking like it was about to kill everyone, but the one that happened during Season 3. Okay, wait, both of them took place during Season 3. But anyways, my point is, there was this nice, pretty looking comet that was in the sky, and this is when the theory started that Tilted Towers was going to be destroyed. I remember when this happened in Season 3, there was like a bunch of like Easter eggs in Tilted Towers on the TVs with like, they had like something, I think, with the likes of like, I think it was like, I forget what it was. It had something with like a meteor or something like that, but it was a pretty big live event. Everyone was looking forward to it. It was kind of like, just like a moment where you could just sit there and look at it and be like, like, it was pretty cool to look at. I'm not gonna lie. I remember actually being in a game too with my friend. It was pretty nice. Here's a video of it right here too. It looks just super cool. I mean, there's not much to it. That's all it was. It was just a comet in the sky. Do you guys remember this? Let me know in the comments. I think this is a pretty, like, even though it was pretty basic live event, it led up to a lot of big stuff, which we're going to get into later into the video as you see the rest of my top live events. It's just crazy to think that this happened like a year ago today. It seems like it happened like a billion years ago. It's like Season 3 just seems like it was so long ago. This is actually kind of crazy to think that this happened a year ago. This is one of the first live events that ever happened. Let me know again in the comments if you guys were here playing it, even if you didn't get to see it in game. Were you guys like playing Fortnite around this time? And if you're wondering what happened after, let's go right into it with number 3 right now. Coming in at number 3, you guys, I have the Fortnite Meteor event, which happened right after this. All this hype led up to this. This happened at the beginning of Season 4 when it took away our favorite spot, Dusty Depot, and it turned into Dusty Divot as we know now. This was huge, not only because it was super hyped up, but because it had a significant map change. I remember when this happened, when Season 4 loaded up. I didn't check anything. I wasn't too big into Fortnite then. I mean, I was starting to get into it, so I didn't like see any leaks of what was going to happen. So I was completely oblivious of what was going to happen, and I loaded into the game, and I was like, oh my god, like, what? Like, everyone was like mad, confused. I didn't know how to feel. There was the hop rocks, there was the superhero theme. I mean, there was just so much happening when this Season 4 started. I mean, it was just amazing. Like, it wasn't like a in-game meteor that just blew up to not tilted, but Dusty Divot, and then boom, like it just like it was the end of season 3 and then season 4 started, and supposedly like everyone was like, okay, meteor hit between then, and then boom, this is what happened. It was insane. I still miss Dusty Depot to this day. I know all you guys see the comments on YouTube videos that are like, you could only like this if you remember Dusty Depot. Like I might even just get one on here now. Go ahead and comment it. I want you to. But I mean, this was like just a crazy live event. I'm gonna put like another picture up here right now of just like how significant this was. Dusty Divot was, you know, a unique location. It sucked at first because there is no trees and you could literally get no type of wood, barely any brick, and like not really much steel either. I mean, you can get a decent amount, but it took forever to farm up all those walls from the little buildings. And a lot of this like hype when Dusty Divot happened led up to a lot of skins. The visitor skin, as we know of today, which was the first blockbuster skin. There was the Leviathan, if I said that right. That was in the middle of Dusty Divot, which was like kind of a rare skin now, I think. But there's just lots of hype. This just started a lot of things, which is why I think it was such a significant and pretty cool live event. Only thing that sucked about it is obviously they got rid of Dusty Divot, or excuse me, Dusty Depot. But overall, it was a pretty cool live event. This was the first major live event that had significant map change and really was just a start for many things to come. But if you guys remember this, let me know in the comments. And if you're an OG, only OGs could like this. Alright? Like this if you're an OG. Okay, I'm joking. That was horrible. I'm never saying that again. But other than that, that is going to be all for number 3, you guys. Let's go right on to number 2. Coming in at number 2, I have the Fortnite Marshmallow event. Now, this is the most recent live event that has happened other than a couple of these runes. But this is the, okay, you could say this is the last major live event that has happened. This one really wasn't part of the Fortnite story theme, but this was just such an amazing live event. If you guys were there to experience it, it was great. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to experience the first one, but there was so much positive feedback on the first one that there was even an encore for the people who missed it the first time. It was just awesome. I'm going to put a video up right now so you guys can watch this.
Let me see everybody clapping. Keep it mellow. I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind, 'cause this just don't feel right to me. I want everybody to squad up right now. Find your squad and let me see your favorite emotes. Let me see what you got. Let's go. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So
So as you see, it was just like a super dope live event. The colors were just amazing, pretty self-explanatory. There's lots of skins that came out. Fortnite really was trying to promote this, and it was just great. Everyone loved it. I saw nothing but positive things about this. It really helped out Marshmallow, helped out Fortnite. There's the Marshmallow skins, the Marshmallow emotes, there's a set of challenges, there's axes, everything. It was just great overall. Were you guys there to experience it? Let me know in the comments again. This took place during Season 7, by the way, if you guys were wondering. I hope Fortnite does another one of these in the future. That would be really cool. But, I mean, honestly, this is just really a cool live event. I mean, I've said it a billion times already, but I'm just really trying to get you guys to get what I'm saying. It was just cool to see the Fortnite community come together and just be at, like, a concert in a game, I guess. Technically, that's what it was. But, yeah, that's going to be all for my second live event. We are now approaching the last live event, my favorite personal live event, and many people would probably say this is their favorite too. But before I get into that, again, please be sure to drop a like if you've enjoyed today's video, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe and hit that bell, turn on them post notifications. Let's get to 200 subscribers, you guys, get that V-Buck giveaway. But with that being said, let's get into number 1. Alright guys, so for number 1, I have the butterfly event. Now this was an extremely hyped up event. If you guys remember this, it was like season 5 going, no, it was season 6, excuse me. There was the cube, which has been since season 5. When it, remember the first live event I was talking about, that's when it started. It lasted all the way until like mid-season 6. There was so much hype around this. It lasted so long. There was a live event with Loot Lake going into, or the cube going into Loot Lake, and all of this led up to the butterfly live event. The cube just blew up, and I mean, I don't even know how to explain this. It was just the craziest thing of all time. I've never seen something like it. I'm gonna put a little clip up here right now of what exactly happened. So, I mean, it was just, look at it. I mean, it was like in a live game. You could be in any game mode and this could have happened. It was just crazy because everyone else in the game was also there and you can see them. It was just such a crazy event. The community, like there are so many people at Loot Lake. It was just insane. So cool. Really no words to describe it. It was just an amazing live event, and it was like, in my opinion, the most hyped up live event, and it not only lived up to the hype, but it honestly, in my opinion, exceeded it. Lasted so long, there's so many theories, and all of this led up to this event. It was just overall just amazing. But with that being said, that is going to be all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what your top 5 is. Do you agree on my list, or do you have your own? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. And let's get hype for this new Loot Lake live event that's going to be happening soon. The 4th room just placed at the time of this recording, and I will be making a video on the live event from my POV, or I might even stream it. We'll see. But that's going to be all for today again, and I hope you enjoyed, and peace.